Welcome back, guys. You're still watching The Spot. It's time now for our spot of music, and we're going next door. Okay, next door to Ghana, and it's EL with
Calabar.
What does that mean?
It means don't mind them.
You better check yourself.
It's just kind of a chill, and he's done quite well. Apparently, he's really quite successful in Ghana. He won a GMVA this year for Artist of the Year, Ghana Music Awards. Yeah, he was nominated, and he's been nominated, and he's won other awards as well. He's a producer and a rapper.
Okay, did he produce this?
Yes, I believe he did. He started out rapping, singing like 2008, but he didn't really blow till about 2012. I think
That's so important.
What? Well, he was grinding for a little while.
It was
And
underground.
that's when he released his first album. So this is like a pretty simple. It's a really simple video. There's not a lot to it.
There's nobody inside the video.
Not basically. There's
cost
not really a lot of
effective.
people. It's like a sunset. What do they call it? A sunset video or something? It's like he's performing all day and then the sun sets at the end. Sort
No
of.
budget
Yeah.
for video vixen.
I don't know why you guys are so awful.
There's no budget.
How do you know that he didn't just want to tell the simple story?
I mean, we asked for videos like this.
But there's people.
So it's,
Yeah, there's some people.
but
This guy-
It's
they're
not a lot.
friends.
It's his crew, I guess. So it's kind of like, the song is like, yeah, don't mind them.
It's
Like,
very
just
good.
do
I
what
like-
you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Grind, keep going.
Is this also hip life? It sounds like hip life, right? But
Yeah.
it's slow, so I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah, but it has that beat like that. It
Yeah.
has, that when you have a beat and it just drops and you're like,
I
ooh,
really
okay.
can't even tell
Yeah.
the difference.
You can't
Right.
tell the difference.
Like I don't
Everything
know
is
what the
just-
hip life sound is in comparison to Afrobeat.
Don't say Afro beats.
What? That's what they call it.
They still don't
Say
enable
Afropop
them.
instead.
It's not
Afro
Afro
pop.
beats. Something else. It's just something.
Yeah. So I can't really tell the difference.
But
Yes, you can.
yeah,
If you listen to
Sarkodie,
EL, Manifest, Sarkodie,
Stone Boy.
they have that. It's kind of high life, but it's not high life.
It's
So
high life with a little bit of hip hop.
Sometimes it's like whatever you guys.
And
I mean,
then,
I'll
like,
make some
Afro-
time.
No, but
to-
we have that identifiable sound. Like if you hear a beat, like a Nigerian beat, sort of, you kind of sounds this. Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Please, our guys, let them come inside. So yeah, I just want to introduce you guys to a new jam.
I'm not being rude. I just don't.
I like the song actually. It's a very
Thank
good
you.
song.
Thank you for liking
I
it.
Well
like
done.
Okay.
EbonyLife. I like EbonyLife, and I like him, EL.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway,
Time for our guest.
let's ignore the shade. Let's bring our guest in.
I do shade. I like my station and I like the artists.
Oh yeah, our guests are coming in.
Introduce our guests.
We have two special guests who are going to be joining us now. Two for the price of one.
Yes. It's a good bargain.
One is an accomplished comedian and actor,
Yeah.
and the other is an actor.
Yep.
Amongst other things we are going to find out, please put your hands together for the one and only Bovi and Ini Dima Okojie.
Yes.
Welcome.
Ladies first.
I wasn't sure if you would let me go first.
After you came in, like, now we're back.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
How far?
I love the vibes.
That's called powder.
Hi.
I do also.
My guy right here.
Yes.
Welcome,
like your
welcome,
dress.
welcome.
Thank
Thank you.
How are you?
What are you
you.
trying to? What are you selling?
Why must
Don't
you ask?
mind
Are
me.
you asking
We are
Bovi
selling
that?
something, but it's not what you are
Where are you
suggesting.
going, Bovi? Where are you going?
What is wrong with you? Behave yourself.
All right.
Behave yourself.
Okay.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Bob is one of my favorite people on Snapchat.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. What's
one
your
of my-
snap? What's
his-
your snap name?
I don't know. Ask me what is Snap.
Official Bovi, I think.
Yeah.
Official
Yeah.
Bovi.
His Snapchat is a lot about his family.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's
really?
mostly his kids, and he's always teasing his wife. And one
When
week-
she manages to appear.
yeah, she's always
Oh, does
yeah.
she hide? She doesn't like
family
the-
affair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but his son and daughter are like the most hilarious like kids ever. Boo boo, right?
Boo boo. That's her stage name, though.
She's like 3 or what? What does she have a stage name?
She's 2.
Oh.
She's going to be 3 in September. When the first thing she started saying was Boo Boo. So that's how we started calling her Boo Boo. Yeah.
Where did
not
you
anything close.
do you
What's
call
her
your
name?
wife Boo Boo or
Sorry?
do you call your wife Boo Boo? I'm wondering where she
No, I
got the name from.
No, she just
picks it up
just
somewhere.
she kept blurting it. Yeah.
Oh,
My
okay.
son used to blurt Chuku. So we called him Chuku for years until my daughter
I thought
came.
most babies just say Dada.
They didn't.
What does it say about you that she didn't say that?
Hey God,
What-
they're questioning your fatherhood.
You are questioning the paternity.
No!
I said fatherhood skill.
Now went from 0 to 100.
Hey.
Me and my wife used to always battle what name they would call first.
Oh, okay.
And
And they didn't call
so
him.
the rest was like, you
Very
know what?
good.
Good for two of you. How are you doing, Dima?
I'm very well.
You're welcome to the show. You are, and besides acting, is there anything else you do?
No, that's all I do.
Okay. How long for?
2 years now.
Why?
Why?
Why acting?
Because it's just the only thing that moves me. I used to be an investment banker. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I
Oh,
quit
wow.
and I went to film school.
Wow.
And I don't know, just storytelling is just life for me. It's what drives me. It's what scares me.
What did your
So
family
why did
say
you-
when you quit your job?
Yeah.
Funny enough, oh my God, it took me a while to tell them because I had already applied to film school. And I'm like, I have to break this news to my mom. And I told her, and I swear, she didn't even take a bit. She was like, finally, because I used to always like, of course. She was like, of course. And then my dad was a little shaky, but trust me, when I have my dad and my mom, I have my dad. So it was truly smooth. Yeah, they were very supportive.
So why investment banking? Like of all things that you could have picked.
Yo, I landed into that job. I heard about it. I needed a job after service, and I went for the.
Sounded rich.
Investment banking. I'm
banking.
like, and I was good. I'm good with numbers, even if I don't really like it. But I'm good with numbers. And I went for the test, and I went for the interview, and somehow I became an investment banker. But yeah,
This is you're a parent now. Like, how do you handle your kids with careers now? Are you one of those fathers who would still be, maybe you should do something? Like, there are some people who are in entertainment who don't want their kids to be in entertainment.
Right.
Well, because of the kind of resistance I faced from my parents when I wanted to study theater, I've made up my mind that I will allow them express themselves.
Right.
However,
They must be guided.
I
You
pray.
advise them.
I pray to God that God, there are certain areas. I don't want my son to wake up and say, Dad, I want to be a nurse.
Why?
why?
Because I just feel he has more to give the world. You get?
Then helping people
Humans.
heal.
He can help people heal as a nurse on a larger scale. When I say, he can say that I want to be a nurse in the village, I would feel, okay, no, there are more, you can reach out to more people.
In the
I
city.
always think in
Bigger.
large,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
and big pictures.
Okay.
You know, so stuff like that. For my daughter, my worry is I don't want her to say she wants to be in the army, for example, because I
Wow.
want her to come out looking sleek, you know,
And
beautiful
There
and
are
powerful.
sleep women in uniform.
Yes, but they can die quicker than
You're trying to keep them alive and
Yeah.
sane and well.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go on a break, right?
Yeah, let's go to break.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll still have Bovi and Dima in the house. Having a lot of fun, of course. Please stay with us.
Hi guys, welcome back to The Spot, and it's time for us to get into it with our topic of the day. Today we're talking about new level snobs, which
Yes.
what
Should I
is a
explain it?
new level snob?
Okay, so a new level snub is when a person gets to a new level in their life, whether career-wise,
forming.
relationship-wise,
Oh, okay.
anyhow, I don't know, even I guess religion, spiritually.
Alright.
And then next thing, the people who was with you in the gym, shooting in the gym, you kind of like, you now
That's like
start
Bovi's-
snubbing
that's like
them.
Bovi's story.
So you,
I can
is that
totally
Bovi's story?
When I moved, who have you?
Wait, wait, before we go, what do you guys want?
Oh, okay.
There's water, there's juice.
What kind of juice?
Orange.
No gin though, just juice.
There's no gin, there's no... Then there's biscuits.
What? No juice.
Just juice,
Please,
water.
juice, thank you. Orange juice.
Bovi wants beer. I know it's beer you want. There's no beer.
Sorry, we're family
I don't
friendly.
drink alcohol anymore. I've been clean for like.
I'll
Is
bring
that a
juice
new
for
level
both of you.
snob?
48 hours.
You know.
Or your boys at the bar?
And now snubbing them.
Interesting.
So that's pretty much what it is. When you reach the next level, you ditch the people who you were friends
is
with
it
or you
a-
were cool with before, you associated with before.
Is it a snobbish thing? I mean,
Or
with,
just a life- I
with a
think it's-
new
yeah.
with a new level, with a new promotion comes new things, new people, and maybe the old people you have with you are still in that same mindset, so they're not prepared to move forward
Venture
with
in
you.
this new.
So maybe you've gotten a new
Thank you.
job, and your job involves you going to a lot of corporate dinners, and then you have your friend who still wants to rock like a lycra crop top and shorts to the office
Nina,
dinner.
what are you sobbing now?
I don't have any people who
It's like her.
oh no,
I don't think the level snubs are bad all the time or it's automatically bad. I think sometimes it's just like it's just like
It's
you
just
said,
life.
it's just
Sometimes-
life. Yeah.
But no, there's some people that actually, I feel like they go out of their way to be like, yo, things have changed.
It's not always a bad
My
we
thing.
can't be
shoulders are
friends
not
no
hard.
more. Yes.
You
Even
know,
when you do it deliberately, I don't think it's always a bad thing.
No, I
If-
don't think
it
so. I don't think so either. I think it
Depends on what you're trying
depends.
to achieve.
Depends,
If,
you know.
I mean, people go from grass to grace, right? If you grew up in the hood, like them, Jay-Z is not rolling with
Exactly. I was going to say, Jay-Z cannot be rolling with a cocaine dealer now. How?
He's now this corporate
True.
guy,
Yeah.
like you said. You're not going to be hanging around Mark Zuckerberg and the owner of Apple trying to negotiate deals, and your guy is just there with his tattoos under his eye, you know, and a gun here. You know what I'm saying? There's people you should actually deliberately leave because you need to. But then,
I think the manner of leaving is
Exactly.
what's important.
how do you
It's the
leave
way.
someone like that?
It's the way you
never
do
really
it.
a right
Some
way.
people simply
There's no
just
right way.
Some people just stop picking up your phone calls,
Well,
and that is. It's hard. Like I have a friend who he's in like software and stuff, and he said he met this guy who's he has like a taxi business or something. That every single week that like he's always inviting him out to the bar, and he sees him with a bunch of girls when they go out. And he said something in his spirit has been telling him, you need to like ditch this guy. But he said he's a good guy. Like he's just
doesn't
had
like
a
his-
rough patch, and he feels like he can help him elevate. So he doesn't really, he still hasn't severed that
Disengaged.
relationship.
Okay.
You should tell him straight. He doesn't drink
Honestly, we're
anymore.
all
He can't hang out anymore.
Yeah. But if you guys, if you want to come and hang out at the house, sure. But I can't do the whole, you know, I think that's just, that's a conversation that can be had.
can be had,
in a
exactly.
sense.
Does anyone
But,
have that conversation with you? Have you been left behind?
Yeah.
you have.
I have been left
left
behind.
behind.
I've been left behind.
I've been left behind.
I mean,
I've been left behind, I've left people behind.
Who said I've left people behind, exactly.
When
But
the,
I mean-
with the advent of Facebook, you know, there was a day I just went online and started to search for my old schoolmates especially from primary school, because that's where I had the strongest bond. Yes, from primary KG3 to primary 5, we were all together in one
Same
class.
people,
Yeah.
Same people. Barely 2 or 3 new faces that joined in primary 2. And only a few responded like,
Oh, like with that
what's up? You
enthusiasm.
get-
Okay.
They were the ones I said, don't you remember this? Your daddy had this kind of car. We used to buy ice cream after school.
Yeah.
And oh, yeah, what's up? But then they were cold, you know, a cold shoulder. The more I tried, the more. So I'm like, yo, man, okay, let it go.
I mean, I don't know. I've made new friends, but I don't know. I'm still friends with a lot of my old friends from back in the day.
There's this WhatsApp group for my secondary school class,
Yeah.
right?
Which is always the sweetest.
Yes,
It's sweet until it gets noisy.
but It gets noisy. I found out first of all that people don't change. Their
Very true.
behavioral pattern
Yeah.
when we're in
Still the
secondary school,
same.
still
Yeah.
the way they talk.
Even though they are
and all.
fathers now.
Then there are those who, so when I joined the group, I didn't used to chat. I was just studying,
People.
everybody watching, you know. And then they will say, Bovi doesn't chat in the group. But then I will put smileys and laugh when I see something really funny.
Okay.
Then when I know that, okay, I have time, 1 hour to play, you know. But the funny thing about the group is there are people who joined, hey, what's up? They'll call your nickname, everything. They will respond. Then at night, they'll leave the group.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So some people are like, yo, man, what's going on here? Man, who is this? I beg, If we are not begging everybody, this is not prison. They can get out if they like.
People
Me,
get
I just
sensitive
laugh
about
because I
leaving
know
it.
those people can't handle
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And how about those people that get married and can't hang out with their single friends anymore?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I don't know that I understand it though.
No, I
But
think
when you
it-
get married,
no,
you
it's-
understand.
No, that's,
Bovi,
no, that's a different thing, I think. But I think we have to go on a break. When we come back, we'll be discussing more of that when we come back with Ini and Bovi. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching The Spot. We're talking new level snubs with Ini Dima Okojie and the lovely Bovi. Yeah, so before the break, we were talking about different types of new level snubs. So, yes, what were we saying?
You should mention marriage.
You mentioned marriage.
yeah.
You mentioned marriage.
You said
Okay,
you don't
people who get
understand
married and they don't
why.
hang out with their single friends.
Anymore.
Because you,
What is that? What is that?
girl? Because
I mean, if I can only, I feel like I can probably only understand it if your single friend was just pants and
mess.
can't add any kind of value
Value
whatsoever.
to
But
it.
if you have a good friend like myself or like Ini, why would you not want
But
to
why
hang
do you
out
say
with
you
us
should
anymore?
get married? You understand?
Exactly.
What is it?
Because most of the time, and I know you may not be able to testify, you're still a neophyte in marriage, if I can put it that way. Most of the time, it's a three-way traffic. There are crazy men out there. There are crazy men. Sometimes these women do these things to protect their marriage. So your friend might be a good girl, but the husband might just be the crazy type
Right.
Who might want to explore?
who might want to explore. Now, this is how exploration starts. Oh, invite your friends over now. And he's at his liveliest when your friends are around. But when they're not around,
He's just like,
he doesn't have time to gist, stuff like that, for example.
So
that reminds
fundamental
me-
so she's
issues with that
protecting.
marriage.
no, not with the
Because
marriage.
You as a woman, if you
cannot
as a
have your friends
woman,
around your husband.
if you as a girl now, your
Eh.
boyfriend, you were like, how was your day? And he's like, I beg, I can't talk. And then your friend comes.
And then all
And
of
all
a
of a
Hey,
sudden,
what's
he's
up?
gisting.
And he's laughing and falling on her.
Would you want your friend to always come around?
No, but I probably get rid of the dude, not your friend. Because
Exactly.
But he's
I
not
mean, I
your
do that in
friend.
marriage, fine, but yeah.
I have a friend who they've been married for about maybe 2 to 3 years, and she had one of her really good friends from school. She said that the girl just, always had some issues, but she was a good person. So it first started with her having a flat tire, and
Calling the husband.
she called her husband.
Oh, okay.
So she thought, okay,
weird.
maybe she tried to get through to me and nothing happened. Then she was in the middle of moving from places and she came to stay over at her house for maybe like the weekend or something. She said that one day she was wearing her nightie and her husband was like there and she was like here. She said she fell asleep.
Who is she?
Now,
She that fell
the
asleep. The
friend-
wife fell asleep.
No, the friend fell asleep.
Okay.
And the wife had gone up.
Okay.
So it was the husband that told the wife this.
Okay.
Said that she was sleeping, like, the way she slept, Sha, was just that. Phew, she had no underwear on.
Sign.
Oh.
So he said the moment he told her, wife, he said, oh, yeah,
His friendship is over now.
Please be going.
be going.
Yes.
Yeah,
In,
that
in,
is
in a
not what
sense,
you want to have
I
around.
can get that. That's not.
That's actually quite extreme.
But you know
Yeah.
that's
You know?
his version.
Exactly.
yes.
Please don't get my friend in trouble. It's the
But
truth.
that's his
Yes.
version.
But you know the
I-
funny
it's
thing?
good to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean,
You also have
Exactly.
some married women who will even complain that their single friends stay away once they get married.
yes.
Yeah, because they're like, let me not, before they say it's me. So that happens a lot as well. They're like, you guys don't call me for anything anymore. They say, well, you're married now. We don't want you to, So that also happens.
And sometimes they stay away. She never knows why. Something funny may have almost happened.
right,
for her. So it's like, okay, before I scatter your
Bovi
marriage,
and
Let me just be
Culture
on my
is-
own. No, but it's true.
It's true.
No, yeah,
All
yeah.
it takes
I mean,
is
I
a
get it.
particular look or a
Yeah.
text message.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't ever
Yeah.
want to be a cause for any kind of tension. So you don't want any stories that touch.
And it's harder when they just got married. That's actually the most sensitive time. So
yeah,
most
because
times,
you're still discovering
you know,
each other.
they're discovering each other. both the man and the woman have not necessarily found their feet or understood what it is they want out of the marriage. 5, 6 years down the line, you find the man, where you go, no problem, bye-bye. Because then they know that, what do you really want to go and do? But at that sensitive time, it's always hard to...
However, because we've been painting the very ugly side, there are cases where a lady gets married and her friends, whether they stay single for the next 5, 10 years, husbands are cool with it, wife is cool, friends are cool, you know.
Let's take a break. I feel like Bovi has something to say about this. We'll come back and find out what he has to say. Please don't go anywhere.
Hi guys, welcome back to The Spot, and we've been talking about new level snobs. Before we went on a break, we're talking about the spiritual angle.
Yes.
So those who find Christ and other things, who decide to kind of cut off from everybody else.
Everybody else. Yes, and the world, really.
Bovi had some wisdom to deliver.
I was going to say, like the examples you guys gave, for me, that's not conversion, that's indoctrination.
Yeah.
You get, when it's extreme like that, you know, it's supposed to be a good thing, but then when you check the sect, if I can use that word, that drew them to the law, you will understand why. Because Christianity has evolved over time, and we have grown in knowledge, understanding the Bible, to know that as a born again, your job is to reach out.
Yeah.
To the
love. You
lost.
spread love. You
Not
don't
to
exclude.
segregate yourself and say, yo, you can't do this, you can't do that. You get, I mean, Jesus was always on the streets. He was always going to where. The church is meant for sinners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So once
Actually,
you don't
not the same
understand
thing,
that, once you don't understand that, it's skewed.
Yeah.
And they are the ones who fall for the craziest temptations.
Yep.
Eventually.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
That's another topic.
Bovi.
That's a whole other topic.
I know because I've seen it, you know?
Yeah.
We come preach morning devotion in our hostel then. The next thing,
Later in the evening.
Brother Bros started coming more regularly.
There was one guy in my university like that, so the guy was there. Hey,
Pastor.
NFCS, that's what it's called. National Fellowship of, I can't remember what it's called now. The Christian students, yeah.
I mean, it's
He was one of the, founding members. And he would always have this, like, private video with this girl in his room and lock the door.
Wow.
And you hear them start speaking in songs at the beginning.
Right.
And
That's
then
what
it goes
it was.
quiet.
Huh?
And then they come out.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, yeah, they were
In
silent
the spirit.
prayer.
Oh, wow. I mean, I went to Covenant.
And this was like 2 or 3 times a week.
So, I did.
Oh.
I mean, and it was an amazing school.
But there was a lot of
But there
ministry.
was no, there was a lot. There was just all sorts of people, to be honest.
Revolutionary Squad.
I was.
That was their mano war. Religious man.
It was an interesting experience.
But do you find it in Nollywood, like in your industry, do you see this sort of thing happening where
So when they get to the next
you got into
level
the
of
industry with
success-
someone or
success.
you see people blow and
They
you're
no
like,
longer.
this one is still a silly star.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't experienced that yet. I don't know, Bovi. Put in more years.
Your comedy
Comedy, yeah,
industry
comedy.
in particular, you guys are very particular about seniority.
Yes.
But they seem pretty supportive.
actually
No,
they
but
do.
I'm not. But they're very
I'm not.
particular about, and I
Who's
hear that a
your
lot, and I don't understand
Don't,
it. My
don't,
senior
don't,
colleague,
don't be fooled by what you see on the
my senior
on the
colleague,
outside most of the
that's
time.
what I want you to come.
You know?
We'll talk about this.
Generally for entertainment, because I'm this kind of force who I'm not looking at, I just want to get the job done, Yeah, so I don't pay attention to those things. But yeah, this seniority thing can be very,
I hear it a lot in comedy. My senior colleague,
it's annoying.
my junior colleague.
It's annoying. There are people who have made me their senior colleagues that actually started before me,
Yeah.
but they're younger than me. So I'm like, okay, how am I your senior colleague? Can't I just be your colleague
Quietly,
and leave it like that, A lot of ass licking in the industry.
Why is your voice coming down?
Who should we be aware of?
Make your mind.
Okay. So okay. If you can share, has there been a time when someone moving to the next level or whatever, or being left, being new level snub, you've actually been like, thank God, I didn't want to even.
You were trying to find a way out.
You were trying to find
now
a way
you got
out,
it.
but then they left you. You're like, yes, please go. Has that ever? You think? Or it benefited you in the long term, in a way. You know what I mean? It became more of a positive than a negative.
For me, this is what happened. You know, because over the years, my tolerance level I had to work on it. I had to gym it and give it muscles. There was this guy, came out with 2 good songs. He was huge, you know, but we know from way back. And then I tried to reach him on a few occasions. I couldn't. I didn't read any meaning into it.
Yeah.
Then my career kicked off and everything was going well. One day somebody's on my set and knows him and calls and says, so he's like, give him phone. I'm like, oh, what's up? And he's like, now what for you? And goes on an F-word rant.
Oh, wow.
Like,
you did
That's deep.
you know, they try, you they F up, I'm like,
I tried to reach you.
what's going on? This is like probably 2-3 years after.
Okay.
And he's like, no, I know they try, they do this kind of thing, I know. Boom! My fuse just, like, I went ballistic, you know? And I got the call. And then calls back, they bring the phone, you see me. So I'm like, okay, let me hear him out. And he's like, sorry, he didn't mean it like that. you know? So it was like I reversed it on him. You know? It was then I now started to think that, okay, probably the time I called, he was actually new level snob, like, I don't want any disturbance, you know, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
New level snob.
It's sorry.
I
I
think-
have so many images.
You're thinking of
Yeah, with this industry, where you've seen, like you said, artists who have that, you know, that moment where it's one song or one album that, you know, they are the guys of the time, and then you see them, maybe you come in contact with them at an event, or hey, and it's just that way also. You know, they don't want,
Yeah.
you know, and then I picture some of them now, you know, calling you, you know,
They forget.
or calling you across, hey, books! You know,
They forget.
it's so, I mean, it's weird.
I think now I was thinking about the one person who left me behind. And then like you don't see the value until maybe like a couple of years after. And you're like, actually if I was still sort of maybe
with that
connected
person.
with that person, there would have been a lot of things that would have then been attached to me by virtue of what that person did or what they represented. So, you know, you did kind of, you got away scot-free there.
And that's why I think you said the manner in which you disconnect. Life might happen, and then you know things change, and then you can't really. But the manner in which you disconnect is really because it's life.
It's
things
key.
in 1 second, everything can flip.
Yeah.
So you don't want to new level snub your way out of a real opportunity. Honestly.
And with those words of wisdom, we shall go on another break. When we come back, we'll be rounding up the conversation. Please stay with us. Hey guys, welcome back to The Spot. Hopefully you've been tuned in and you joined in on the conversation on Facebook, Twitter. You can always send us an email as well on entertainment@EbonyLifeTV.com. We still have Bovi and Ini in the house, and Bovi has something very interesting. He's moving to new levels, you know, as we're going. So there's a new movie coming out.
When you now win Oscar now,
And
You have
please
to
don't,
call
if
my
I wave
PA.
at you, just say hello. Don't do that thing where you're like,
I'll be like,
if you don't, when you win the Oscar, greet me. Oh.
do you know how many people will battle with you? I say this is for Ebuka. Like 1,000 Ebukas.
We grow together. Right?
yeah. So tell us about
The movie.
it's her day.
Yeah.
It's her day.
Yeah.
Let me start from the genesis. I
Okay.
originally wrote the script in 2004.
Woo.
Yep. At the time I was working at R&D. At the time there was no Facebook, there was no social media, stuff like that. You know, I have this passion for writing, but it's just that people don't know yet.
Okay.
So I wrote several films at the time, but I was very attached to that one. Fast forward to last year, I'm like, okay, now's the time. There's never going to be a right time to make this picture. So I sourced around for funds, did my casting, we got on set. Things were really difficult
Let me interrupt. He cast me. Where did you cast me from?
from Snapchat.
Really?
Are you serious?
You auditioned, or he just saw you on
saw
Snapchat
me
and he was like,
on
yeah,
Snapchat.
you.
Snapchat.
We had met like the year before,
We had met.
That's a cool
then-
story.
I know.
Yeah.
We had met, then we chatted one day, and she told me of this program that she was in, a soap. So I tuned in to watch the soap, and
okay.
they gave her this
A very serious.
a
no,
sad
not just
role.
old.
Okay.
A sad role, you know. You were a single mom, right? You're a single mom, a depressed single mom.
Chai.
Personally, I felt she was a miscast for that role
Okay.
because I could tell this is a young girl.
Yeah.
And the child was about 10 already. So probably she had the child when she was maybe 12 or 13 in my own calculation. So I said, okay, maybe it's because I had met her in real life.
Yeah.
You know, but the role was sad. So I had just joined Snapchat. I had been in Snapchat, but I didn't used to watch.
Use it, yeah.
And then I found out she was on Snapchat. So I followed her. And she was always lively on Snapchat. I was still getting used to Snapchat, that someone can just hold the camera, talking to themselves, walking. But hers were one of the most interesting I used to watch. You know, was one of the most interesting I used to watch. And then the person who was supposed to play the lead in my movie, some things happened, she couldn't.
Okay.
So I started to search everywhere for another lead. But my production manager kept saying, Ini. I said, no, the role Ini played, I didn't like it. I know. And he was like, you know, when we reach a dead end, he's like,
Yeah.
Then when I'm like, but she's actually lively.
Yeah.
This is like 3 days to shoot, right?
You should even know better not to judge somebody from one role.
From this.
Yeah. Oh, from acting, Bobby.
But you
There's a
played
reason.
Now he
so
knows
Because
well.
they're having this conversation now.
He was a new level snob to you.
Point. I'm supposed to play well.
You
If I'm
played
supposed
it
to
so
be
well.
depressed, I
And
was
then the first time we met, you acted like a quiet girl.
because I'm reserved when I just meet people, Bobby.
No, I've seen you meet people for the first time and lose it. So you get,
Yeah.
because she was well put together when I first met her, and the person she was with can't really be described
As
in that same
shake throat.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't mean it in a bad way. That one is a lively, that one is
Person.
like her, as I will later find out.
Okay.
You get, so I assumed, okay, this girl is quiet, she's reserved. Then I saw the role she played, and I fell for it, you know?
okay.
I fell for your good delivery of a deep.
I like how this is just a conversation between the two of you.
As in, because we're just here like, okay. Tell us about the movie.
Long story short, she comes for the reading and she blows everybody away. Everybody away.
So have you apologized to her for judging her?
Yes, I've even been more grateful to her than apologized because she's everything about the movie.
Yeah.
You get?
Bobby.
That,
He's
yes,
sitting,
exactly.
he's sitting.
Yeah, so yeah, she nailed the road to the cross. I mean, it's about a guy who wants to get married. He ran into some money. He meets this crazy girl abroad, and she's supposed to be from a well-to-do family. What the movie tries to show on a subtle level is that there are rich people who suffer from complexes, right?
Mentality.
And there are people who you think are rich, but not so rich. You know, like maybe they have Shagari bears. And you know Shagari bears? They don't know Shagari bears.
They know how to put the front
What's
without
the
necessarily.
Shagari bears name
I
again?
don't
Now,
know.
Concord
Concord.
bears.
The old
You know,
school.
the old
Mercedes,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically, the families, they look rich. You get, and
all
he
packaging.
makes the mistake of saying, yo, where I come from, the woman's family does not contribute a dime
Oh.
to the wedding.
Oh, so they just go all out.
Because he ran into some money, he's like,
Yeah,
will
I got
foot
this.
that deal.
Exactly.
And she wants to have the wedding of
Life.
Dreams.
the Duchess of Cambridge.
Hey.
You know, so the bills start rolling in. That's, I mean, that's the plot.
Okay.
Interesting already. I mean, wedding stories are always interesting.
Yeah.
Funny, yeah.
So when is it premiering?
September 9,
Across Nigeria.
days away.
Yeah.
Yes, across Nigeria. And
Go and watch it.
Are we
you
invited?
should watch it.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
you're
cool.
invited.
We will.
Will you
Looking
come?
forward to that.
You should.
I will support
You
you.
should be there.
Why not if not? September 9th, Nigerians.
It's her
Be
day.
there. It's her day.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, before we go,
before we go.
it's a star-studded cast.
Okay.
Tony Tones.
Tony Tones, Ini Dima Okojie,
Shafi.
Shafi Bello, Aduni Ade,
Yeah.
Amanda Ebeye, Thelma Ezi Amaka, Gregory Ojefwa, Omoni Oboli,
Yeah.
Bovi.
At the end, there just Bovi.
I didn't even call
Just
everybody,
like-
but
Yeah.
you know why I'm so excited about the project is because everybody nailed their roles to the cross. Like, I just can't wait for you guys to see.
Yeah, so we certainly will be there. September 9th, it's her day. Oh,
It's not
thank
saying
you to
I'm
Bovi and Ini Dima for coming. You guys make sure you watch the movie. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Please sign our wall.
Yes, please sign our wall of fame.
Yes.
Can you tell them?
Sure.
Do that again.
You didn't hear anything that you said.
Why would you care? Why would you care? So the chalk is in the blue candle holder right there. So just sign on the wall.
Anywhere?
The blackboard.
You guys are going to clean it.
Oh, come on.
Everybody's been
Until the end of the
asking us
season,
that
which
this
is the end of October.
Hey.
So it'll be there till the end of October.
So I can occupy.
Wait.
No, don't finish this space.
We have many more guests coming.
My feet.
So just try. No, but not there though, because that's the birthday section.
Yeah.
No. Let's stay near their names.
No, that's birthday section.
Oh,
My name
see,
is not
this
there.
is going
People's
down.
birthdays.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
the
let's do
birthday.
right here.
It's her now. Will be there, so you can stay there.
When is your birthday?
Mine, August
September,
19th.
October. Yeah, it's perfect timing.
September now.
Put your
Your
name.
birthday is September.
Yeah. Put your name.
Let's put our name there. What kind of politician are you?
So that they will not remove it.
Switch off now, you're writing your own.
Don't go and spread my slip of